July 29th, 1944. We rolled off the LSTs into France. The battle had moved on ahead of us. The beaches were quiet now, but the smell hadn't left. Death hung in the air like thick fog. Dead men, dead horses, dead cows, all swollen up like toads about to burst, maggots crawling everywhere. The scent was nauseating, but you had to eat, so we ate, breathed, and lived with it. Strong willpower, I guess. We headed south through Lessay, La Haye-du-Puy, Coutances. Every town smelled the same. Death, even where the bodies were just animals. Puffed up, black, flies thick as clouds. On the 30th, we got our first fire of battle. First casualty, too. Private William A. Large, wounded by a sniper. The sniper didn't get far. We rolled him up with the .50 calibers like shooting a rabbit. Narrow roads led to Avranches. German equipment scattered across the fields. 3 dead and dying ever present. American equipment made it look like a junk pile back home. Soldiers wounded, some lucky, some not. It was around then the company got word we were part of the 3rd Army under General George Patton, old blood and guts himself. Avranches was heavily defended. The Luftwaffe was still up, but it didn't seem to upset Patton one bit. We pulled into a field, formed combat teams. Some went one way, some another. Didn't matter as long as it was ahead, and fast. Long lines of German soldiers marched to the rear, hands behind heads, guarded by our boys. The real soldiers Hitler boasted about weren't there. The ones I saw were round-faced, slant-eyed Mongols of history. The blonde-haired, blue-eyed Aryans were nowhere in sight. P-47s and Mustangs filled the air, diving, bombing, strafing unseen targets. Hedgerow country was behind us now. Low, flat, wide-open plains looked inviting. Tanks lined up on narrow roads, long columns started to move, slow at first, then picking up speed. In Brittany, a rat race began, 10, 20, 30 miles a day, days long, nights lit by moon. Brest was a long way off, but we kept pushing. Dry, dusty, sea rations eaten on the run, up to 50, 60 miles a day, all roads leading west. We stopped outside Dinant, set up a roadblock. Armor took positions as we'd been taught. A jeep pulled up. The driver wanted to know what happened. We answered, got the order to move out, bypass the town, down another road. The man in the jeep was Patton himself, sure of himself, no nonsense. The P-47s came in bobbing, raising hell, tearing the once peaceful village to ruins. Moving on west, many more miles gained that day and night. Brest wasn't too far away now. Not many krauts to bother us. Just a few stubborn ones who wouldn't surrender. The flanks of the armored columns were no worry. The flyboys took care of them, in radio contact, all the time. Tiger tanks, Panther tanks tried to escape to their doom. Now and then one did, knocking out 1 or 2 of ours. Most of the boys didn't get out in time. The good Lord had some help in heaven that day. The 88s were mean weapons, long range, accurate, deadly, but they couldn't move fast enough. Caught in the rear, doomed. Small, liberated villages, Brittany women bringing gifts of eggs, cider, flowers, kisses, a tribute to the American liberators, straight from their hearts. Reconnaissance took care of what was left of any resistance. Occasionally, a little artillery, a gun left behind. But at the rear of the long columns, the Lord called once more. Closer in our company this time, Corporal Paul R. Wise caught by a Kraut machine gunner, laid to rest with the white cross above his grave. Brest in sight, lights turned out, sound of war not far off toward town. Perhaps some trigger-happy Hun on outpost getting nervous. The infantry division working with the 76s moved in. Forming lines of tanks, infantry close to one small village. The hedgerows were back again. Krauts moving toward town, but the 76s found their mark. Armored infantry got jittery, pulled out, leaving 50 calibers and bazookas behind. We loaded them up and soon got orders to pull out too. Down the road a short distance, we met the dog faces who'd run out, returned their guns, and moved on again. Firing off to the left meant trouble close by. We took up positions with other armored infantry. Krauts ran into a small grove of trees, watching, waiting. About 4 in the afternoon, sun still high, warm and felt so good. Figures began to move to the edge of the clearing, ready to attack the 76s. We belched flame, fire, smoke, and death for those caught in the open. It didn't last long. Things quieted down in our section, but exploding shells sounded to our left. Tanks and infantry took care of that. Before dark fell, all was quiet once more. The infantry ventured toward the timber that had been shelled a short time ago. On returning, the story could never be put in words. All humans caught in the open. Human flesh blown apart, pasted on trees like glue. Legs, arms, heads missing, scattered about. The high explosive shells in the tree tips did their job well. Only the fortress of Brest remained to fall.